What's up, guys? Good morning. So let's talk about this real quick. They released two documents today. One was 130 pages, and the second document was basically talking about the vote coming up on August 3rd, which is literally less than a month away, right? And it's really important because there's a lot of lines on there that we have to vote on, and a lot can change depending how the vote plays out. So I haven't even gone through the 130 page document that they released this morning. I've kind of skimmed through it, and it looks like, just to give you kind of an overview, it looks like they're explaining everything they've done over the years, right? 2021, 2022. It's like an overview, like they're selling their not like they're selling their company, but like they're showing everyone, this is all of our facts. These are our salaries, which I'll show you in a second, David's salary and other executive salaries. These are outstanding shares. These are warrants. Like, they give a brief description of everything. So check that out when you get a chance, because there's a lot of details in it. One of the most important things that I found, though, was this right here. As of a record date, Mr. Mitri has the following shares over which he has voting power. Okay, that's really important. Pursuant to voting agreements, approximately 191 million shares of common stock. So it looks like he gets to use his share count before split for the vote, if I'm understanding this correctly. Okay, 1,000 shares of Series A preferred stock, which have voting power of over 1 million shares. 48,000 shares of common stock issuable upon conversion of 1.2 million shares of Series C preferred stock, and D, 363 shares of Series D, right? So he has a lot of shares to vote, basically. Then you can see right here, preferred stock. Accordingly, pursuant to the terms of the voting agreements, Mr. Mitri has voting power over approximately 30% of outstanding shares of the company's stock with regards to the matter covered by the voting agreement. So if I'm understanding this correctly, he controls 30% of the votes. But if I'm not understanding this correctly, please let me know down below, because I need to understand this. This is where it gets interesting. Mr. Mitri will not exercise his proxies pursuant to the voting agreements on any of the proposals described. Okay, so what that is kind of explaining is he's not going to use his power, I believe. Furthermore, Mr. Mitri will abstain from voting on Proposal 4, the conversion proposal, the Proposal 7, the proposal as required by NASDAQ listing regarding issuance of common stock for performance stock award agreement. So it looks like for sure he won't be voting on Proposal 4 or Proposal 7. Now, Proposal 4 is the move from Delaware to Maryland, right? And a lot of us didn't want that to happen, because supposedly if they make that move, then they can dilute. They don't need to vote on anything, from what I'm understanding correctly. David says they can't get a hostile takeover if they move to Maryland, but if they stay in Delaware, then a hostile takeover can happen to the company. So a lot of moving parts here. And then Proposal 7, I'll just open up the document. Proposal 7, to approve for purposes of complying with NASDAQ listing rule of the issuance of shares of common stock to our CEO pursuant to a performance stock award agreement. So he can't vote on that with his stock rewards for everything that he's done, even though they diluted the stock to pennies. So there's that. And then Proposal 4, you can see right here, to approve the conversion of Mullen Automotive Inc. from a Delaware corporation to a Maryland corporation. Just to go over all of these real quick, you can see Proposal 1 is to elect 2 Class 2 directors to serve for a 3-year ending in 2026. So we want to vote no on that. One of them is Kent Puckett. Proposal 2, to approve amendments of the company's 2022 Equity Incentive Stock Plan, right? So I read a little bit into this on the actual document, and they actually talk about what they plan to use this for, the 52 million shares. They was talking about grants, stock rewards to employees, I believe. So it really has nothing to do with us, but 52 million shares, I mean, it's not a whole lot when you think about the volume that Mullen has, but still, what is the point? Number 3 is the big one. This is the 1-for-2 for 1-for-100 reverse stock split, and it's determined by the company's board of directors. So the question is, are you voting yes or no? Because this vote happened on August 3rd, 2023 at 9:30 a.m. and your vote hopefully counts. You have proposal 5 to talk about more incentives for executives and their compensation. And definitely go back and read everything and do your own research on this, because this is very important and we're literally like 3 weeks away. So let me know what you think down below. What do you think about these voting power that David has? Do you think do you think he has control over the votes, or he's not voting? Let me know. Also, let me know what you're voting on. Are you voting yes on any of these proposals? Because I would like to know the reason why, so we can better understand exactly everyone's moving forward with Mullen Company. Now, this is page like 64 of 130 pages. It just stuck out to me because it goes over their compensation. You can see David's compensation in 2021 and 2022. I believe in 2023 it's gone up. Google says he makes like 1.4 million. I've seen other people post saying he makes over $2 million a year. Not really too sure. You can see the stock awards that he got awarded. You see Carrie Sadler right there, Chief Accounting Officer, her salary for 2022. Stock awards right there, totaling amount of income, okay? And you can see his income was over 6.3 million. And remember, David sold in 2023 and in 2022, I believe, he sold at 33 cents and 31 cents pre-split shares, right? And then Jerry Allen, you could see his salary right there and the total, and then Callan Papa, it looks like, Popa. However you say your last name, you see their amounts right there. So guys, lots to read, lots of information. No idea why they put this information out so early this morning. I was literally asleep when this information was put out. But again, let me know what you think down below. Are you buying today? Are you holding? Are you selling? I know a lot of people out there have been talking about how a short squeeze is going to happen this week. I also made a video yesterday. If you haven't seen it, go watch it real quick, talking about the weekly time frame and how oversold we are and how positive divergence has formed on a weekly time frame, and the stochastic has curled up. And we had our first green week last week in the last 3 months. So I think a lot of things are lining up the right way for us to get maybe a potential nice squeeze here this week. We know last week we ran over 200%, which is absolutely insane. And that was in a matter of 2 days. Now, obviously we've sold off. You can actually see right here, we are down almost 4%, trading under 19 cents. So again, I ask, are you buying today? Are you selling? Are you holding? Do you think by Friday we will be higher than 18, 19 cents, or do you think we're actually going to go lower and test 10 cents again, or even make new lows? Of course, if you want to learn any more about any of this stuff and join the best chat on Discord, check out the Patreon down below. There's some openings. I don't know if it's $5, $6, $7, $10, but check it out. That's totally free to check it out. And then we'll see you in the private Discord, and we will start winning the rest of this year. Appreciate you guys for watching. Don't forget to drop a like. I would always appreciate that. Think about subscribing if you're not subscribed yet. Have a great day.